Good morning, St. Paul's Newman Center. I'm James LaPlante.
And I'm Ben Beisel.
Ben will start us off with this week's announcements.
This week is Holy Week. That means a lot of things are different than normal. Wednesday there's a penance service at 7 p.m., but Mass is the usual time. Thursday there's no 5 p.m. Mass, and Holy Thursday Mass is at 7 p.m. followed by Adoration. Friday, the start of Easter break, we have a Good Friday service at the regular Mass time in stations at 7 p.m. Over the weekend there's no Mass on Saturday and no 5 p.m. Mass on Sunday. Or Bucklick, too. School is out through Monday, so next week's show won't be live. It will be taped.
No.
And the regular announcements. At 7 p.m. tonight, Michael Borders is starting a group to do the 33 Days to Merciful Love. On 7 p.m. on Tuesday, a group of women are getting together to make rosary bracelets. And that is all for this week's events.
Now on to this week in news. Our Newman Center sign, one of the landmarks of University Drive, has gone missing. We have Sam Metler with the story.
Thanks, Ben. Now, 4 months ago, our sign was involved in a brutal car accident. The human occupants were unharmed, but our sign did not fare very well at all. It died almost immediately upon impact. We're here with our fellow compadre, John Fisher. John, when did you find out that the sign was destroyed?
Oh, it was like sometime in the winter, man. I just heard there was a big car, dude, and it was all like, whoa, and it's like, whoa, look out. And then it was gone, dude.
Do you have any feelings regarding the sign missing this weekend?
It puts a hole in my heart, you know. I don't even know where to go. I look for the sign and I'm just like, am I at the Newman Center or no? I don't even know.
You realize there is a Newman Center sign on the side of the building, correct?
Whoa! Wow.
Thank you for your time. Recently, over the weekend, our beloved sign has gone missing, and it will forever be remembered in our hearts. Back to you, Ben.
Thank you, Sam. As you might have recently noticed, there's been a major increase in the number of motorcycles driving around outside. Now this normally isn't an issue, but if you are a priest and you like to give a homily during Mass, or any kind of Mass, daily Mass, weekend Mass, that can be a bit of an issue. So because they're really, really loud. Here to talk with us about that is Tina Jo Fisher, a local expert on motorcycle noise.
Thanks for joining us, Tina.
Thanks for having me, James. And Ben.
So, Tina, how do motorcycles hatch in the spring?
Well, you see, James, humans tend to incubate their motorcycles in this device we call garages. And their incubation period is about 8 months, sometimes less. They occasionally tend to hatch premature, you see.
Does this pose a health risk to the young motorcycles?
Not generally. Sometimes they need a little extra, warming up.
Is this affected by their symbiotic relationship with the riders?
Yes, you see, if the rider is not wearing their leather jacket as they get on the bike, the bikes tend to be a little squeamish.
Are blue jeans a good substitute?
Generally, blue jeans are used as a substitute, but it would be better to wear leather chaps.
So the optimal would be leather chaps, blue jeans, and a leather jacket.
Yes.
Now, why are they so loud during homilies at Masses?
Well, you see, motorcycles produce a irritating resonance noisiness that disrupts the coacular dispensation of hearing during homilies. You see, they sound... I'll do my interpretation.
Go ahead.
As you can see, that can be fairly disturbing.
Certainly disturbing. Thank you, Tina, for joining us again on the show. Now we'll move on to our next story. Yesterday marked the end of our once-a-semester Koinonia Retreat. We interviewed a few of the retreatants to talk about their experiences.
Here we have Kenny Dieter, who is the coordinator for NDS K7. Kenny, how would you sum up how the retreat went as a whole over this weekend?
Oh, that's tough. Every retreat that I've been on has been unique in its own ways. I think what was really cool about this retreat was the voices of everyone. When we sang right out of the gate, everybody was really into singing. We were harmonizing. That was my first impression. That was different about it. Everybody was really open. With talking to each other, with sharing graces, with praying. It was that was probably the biggest thing that I thought was very important about this retreat was just the praying part. Talking to God with each other. That was great.
So what would you say to people who are starting to get interested in Koinonia but didn't have a chance to go this semester?
Well, every semester we have a retreat. So this spring just happened. Next fall we'll be having another NDSK 8 retreat. If they would like to wait for that one, they could apply then. If you've already been on a retreat, you can apply for team. You can apply to be a weedie and cook in the kitchen. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Kenny. Jim, how would you describe your retreat experience in brief terms?
Very moving. There was a lot of things. Every day was a surprise, and they just kept bringing us closer and closer to God in ways we didn't expect, and that was just truly moving.
What would you have to say to people who maybe thought about it but decide not to go, but might go to the next one? What would you say to anybody that would be new to the retreat experience?
I am currently a super senior, and so this was my last chance. Go. Definitely go. Go early so you can be a part of it later. I'm thinking I might come back here next semester to help be part of team if possible and bring a couple people with me.
Awesome. Thanks, Jim.
That about wraps it up for this week on Good Morning Newman. From all of us here at Bison Catholic Cuts, I'm James LaPlante.
And I've been Ben.